Hey, it's Leo. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Wishful Thinking book tag. This is an original tag by Mason in the Dark, and I was tagged by Alicia Reads and Rambles. Both of those are excellent channels, so I recommend you check them out. I'll link them down below. Also want to wish everyone a happy holidays. Just missed putting this in on the solstice, so happy solstice and happy holiday, whichever holidays you happen to share. I couldn't resist the holiday hat. With each video that I share, I like to lift up a different nonprofit that's doing good in the world. I'll make a donation and I encourage you to like, share, follow, or donate as you are inspired. With today's video, I'll be donating to National Bailout. National Bailout is a Black-led and Black-centered collective of abolitionist organizers, lawyers, and activists, building a community-based movement to support our folks and end systems of pretrial detention and ultimately mass incarceration. We are people who have been impacted by cages, either by being in them ourselves or witnessing our families and loved ones be encaged. We are queer, trans, young, elder, and immigrant. With our generous support, they are able to continue to bail out community members, provide life-changing supportive services, and resource groups who are organized to transform the criminal justice system. So I will go ahead and make a donation and include all of their information down below, and I encourage you to check them out and like, share, follow, donate as you are inspired. Also, after the tag, I will include a bonus trapeze clip. This is the same trick that I did before, only I'm doing more flips, still working on it. I do know how to do other things. This is just currently my favorite trick, which is a pullover and then off the back and then another pullover, etc. And so I just had to share that because I'm pretty excited about my progress that I'm making there. I guess I need to get another trick video ready so that I can share that with you as well. But for now, at the end of the video, stay tuned for my pullover off the back ×4. All right, for the Wishful Thinking book tag, I'm going to tag 4 channels. I encourage you to check them out. Some of them you probably all know. So I will tag Sandy at Miss Reads a Lot, Kevy at Say Kevy, Jay at My Quarter Life Crisis, and Jen at Remembered Reads. So I hope you enjoy doing this tag. I don't know if you've been tagged before, but it doesn't look like you have done this yet. So if it intrigues you, film away. Okay, this is a pretty fun tag. Thanks, Mason, for putting this together. There are just 6 questions. Question 1, legacy. Is there an author you wish was still alive today to witness the impact of their work? My answer for this one is Bell Hooks. Now, up until she recently passed away, I knew her name and I knew that she used lowercase letters for her name, but that's really all I knew about her. She was probably on a vague, like, someday I should probably read her. But then with her passing recently, so many of my friends and activists and others in the communities just shared how heartbreaking that was for them, for her to have passed away, and what an impact that her writing had made on their lives and in their struggles and in their advocacy and in their teaching. And you know, I encourage you to look up some of the reactions to her passing and just see the width and breadth of the impact that she made. And I wish that I'd known about her before she had died, but I went out and I bought this book, All About Love, and this will be one of the books that I read in my next soonish bit of TBR. I'm glad to know now how important her work is, but I wish that she had lived to, that she was still alive. I wish that she was still alive. Okay, question 2, memory wipe. Which book or series do you wish you could forget, either so you could experience it again for the first time or forget completely? Oh, I bet if I thought about this some more, I bet there'd be some that I wish I could forget completely that were just rotten, but we're not gonna go there. I'm gonna choose to instead lift up a few that series that I wish that I could forget so that I could experience them again. I keep getting up to and get more books to show you. So I'm gonna give 3 series for the answer to the memory wipe question. And the first is the Dorothy Gilman series with the Mrs. Polyfax character. I just truly enjoy this series. Mrs. Polyfax is a widow who kind of is really bored with just like helping out in her various volunteer projects, and her kids are grown, and she just really wants more out of life, and so she winds up volunteering to become a spy, and just her adventures are just a hoot, and I would love to experience them again for the first time. The next series that I would like to have a memory wipe for and rediscover are the Miss Seton books. These are hilarious stories, mysteries. Miss Seton is a retired art teacher who is really scatterbrained, and yet she is supernaturally observant. Maybe let's just say that she's not aware of what she's observing, but she is just really able to see things, and she'll do these sketches related to the cases that she's pulled into or that she stumbles on, and the people that are working to solve these cases then find just incredible insights in her drawings, but she's just really not aware at all of what she has noticed or what she's drawing. And so just a really fun series, and I think that would be a fun one to rediscover for the first time. The final series that I'll mention for this is actually all of the Agatha Christie books, because as some of you may know, I have only read now I've read 2 of the Agatha Christie books. I have a bunch on my shelf that are actually my mother's, and this one definitely smells like old book. This one was, oh, maybe there's Grandma's Perfume, maybe? This one is printed in 1967. This one has Body in the Library, The Murder at the Vicarage, and The Moving Finger. And while I haven't read these, I have seen just probably all of the adaptations since 1990 or 2000. And I'm discovering that those adaptations aren't always faithful to the story. So either I want to like kind of have a memory wipe so that I could read the books without comparing them to the adaptation and saying, well, that's not how it happened. Or like on some of them, Murder on the Orient Express, and Then There Were None, like I know the big reveals, and it would be fun to read the books without knowing those big reveals in advance. So those are my 3 answers: the Miss Seton, Mrs. Pollyfax, and the Agatha Christie. Okay, let's get to the next question. All right, number 3, destiny. Which character do you wish had a different fate? So I read and did a vlog for Child 44, which is set in Stalinist Russia, and there's a really high body count. And I wish all of those people had a different fate, because that was a lot. That was a lot of people. And so yeah, that would be my answer to this one. Question number 4, namesake. If a character was going to be named after you, what kind of person would you wish for them to be, and what sort of story would you want them to be in? I would like them to be brave. As someone living with anxiety, am not brave, so I think that would be fabulous. I would like them to be funny and kind, and I would love to have them in like a mystery or adventure story. I think that would be really fun to see. Okay, number 5, collectibles. Which fictional object do you wish you could own? Okay, basically I could say like 221B Baker Street. I just think it would be amazing to have this space that had tons of books and tons of old artifacts from adventures, and space for entertaining, and maybe some bits of intrigue about the space. I don't know. So maybe that's cheating to wish for a whole house, basically. But that, I think, is my answer to this question. Final question, the reset button. Which book or series do you wish were written by a different author? There's an author who is a TERF. If you're not familiar with that term, TERF is trans-exclusionary radical feminist. It's not a slur. It indicates a person who thinks that trans women are not women, or that trans men are not men. As a trans guy, I find this very objectionable. This particular author also uses her vast amount of money and public position to work to enact dangerous legislation, to continue to craft stories that then are very trans-misogynistic. She's a hot mess. And it is really sad because this author brought a lot of people to reading and gave people a lot of joy in rediscovering the power of story and adventure. So this author is J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter series. There obviously are other problems with that series, which maybe if we had a different author, it could also get rid of some of the fat phobia and the anti-Semitism and the queer baiting and make it a better story. So yeah, that's the only answer that I can think of for this one. I would love for the series, the Harry Potter series, to be written by an author that didn't turn out to be the villain. So I said what I said, as they say. Anyway, I would love to know your answers to these questions. And so if you haven't been tagged, please consider yourself tagged. Oh, and I almost forgot. So I have a goal for 2021. Is that what year it is? I don't even know. To read 100 books, which is a lot more than I've read in the past. This is a big number for me. Today on Storygraph, I marked as read my 98th book for the year, and I'm currently in progress on my 99th book of the year, which is Hogfather by Terry Pratchett. I'm a little behind on the read along, but working on it. But that means that my goal is in reach. 100 books for the year is in reach. So my question for you is, what should be my 100th book of 2021? So let me know in the comments below what you suggest. Obviously, some of that is going to be constrained by availability and time and so forth, but I'd love to know your suggestions for my 100th book for 2021. With that, I will leave you with a trapeze video that I hold my breath on as I'm watching it, even after I've seen it a few times. But I hope you enjoy it, and I'll work on a new trick for the next one. So wishing you a wonderful week and a wonderful holiday season, however you celebrate. I know that a lot of holidays have been put on hold, canceled, or possibly ruined because of COVID, and so my heart goes out to all of you, but please remember you're not alone, and we're all here together, and hang in there, okay? And until next time, happy reading.